Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be talking about weighing oneself, weight management, fasting, and how, according to my experience, how all those things work. Before getting started, nothing I share in this video is medical advice, so always do your own research before making any health-related decisions. So, I mentioned this idea in other videos, but more I'm reading like posts and people like fasting and trying to. I'm gonna let the truck pass by. Look, beautiful truck. So more I'm reading posts and watching videos on people's testimony, and some people are on carnivore diet, some people they fast, and most of the time it's like their main concern is weight. You know, like they want to lose weight and all that, and it's good. And the way they associate fasting with weight management is like, well, if I don't eat, you know, it's like calorie restriction, and I'll be burning fat, so I'll lose weight. And it's not completely wrong. Like there's a truth to it. I mean, that will happen, but would it be sustainable? That's the question. So what I suggest is to take a different look at weight management or being overweight or being fat. It's just that your problem is not fat or being fat. That's not the issue here. That's the result. So there are underlying health issues or lifestyle choices. When you add them up and you hit the equal sign, it gives that result that you're overweight. So does fasting help weight management? Absolutely yes. But I wouldn't say fasting for weight loss, because fasting could also be used for weight gain. But I would say with fasting, you will eventually reach your ideal weight. That's how I see it. And why is that? It's because if you give enough time to fasting to do its magic, it's gonna solve all these like underlying problems that maybe you're not even aware, but which are maybe the cause of you being overweight. So that's why it's like a pretty long process. It can be a pretty long process, but you have to have trust in that process and give your body as much as fasting time so you can heal. And the body is very intelligent, and it has its own to-do list. And maybe your concerns, your priorities might not be your body's priorities. Let me explain. It's like, say your problem is being overweight, excess of fat, but maybe there's a cascading chain like reasons why it resulted in you being overweight, you know. So maybe first it has to get rid of water retention, and then inflammation, and why you had the inflammation in the first place. So maybe there was an organ that was like damaged, so it needs to fix that. And you know, it's like oftentimes it's like a chain. We oftentimes like just when something will start bothering us, and then like I'm trying to fold the umbrella. yeah, something will be bothering us, and we'll experience pain. Say it's like shoulder pain. So maybe we have a shoulder pain, and that's our priority. You know, it hurts. We want to heal it, but then maybe that comes from the neck, and the neck maybe comes from the liver, like on that side. Like it's like, so from the body's perspective, it's like, you know, if that's the case, say it's like liver, neck, shoulder, and so on the body's to-do list, it's like, oh, I need to fix the liver, you know, and once it's gonna fix that, then, you know, inflammation maybe is gonna go away, that tension, so it's gonna relieve your neck maybe, and then maybe eventually your shoulder pain will go away. So that's kind of the logic, and it's kind of counterintuitive, because, you know, you think of fasting, yeah, shedding like fat, burning fat, like it all makes sense, and there's a truth to it, and I think it's healthy to replace your fat, you know, like burn it, and then because that's the thing, like I was talking about sustainability. So if your weight problem comes from underlying deeper cause, I mean, you know, losing a little bit of weight, then once you're going to stop the fasting, you're going to regain that weight, and which is good, because you'll be replacing, you know, you burn the fat with the toxins and all that, and you'll be replacing by maybe new fat. Nothing wrong with that, but actually what we want to shoot for, it's like time of fasting, so we can heal, because once you heal, it does like a positive domino effect of your organs working better and solving those problems, like why maybe you're suffering from XYZ reasons, you know, like, so that's the counterintuitive part. And what I would say, like, don't obsess about the scale. Some people, they're really focused on the scale, and the thing it might not give you the time right, you know. That's the thing, because the body is very acts in a very counterintuitive ways. So what I would suggest is like, instead of weighing yourself every day and beating yourself over if you gain weight, or it's like maybe weigh yourself every couple of months or every 3 months. Or there's no, I mean, if you really like, it's a routine, you really like to weigh yourself every day, just write it down. But when you analyze, just look at a 2, 3, 6 month period, you know, because you got to be like a long-term investor, like, you know, the stock market or the crypto. You got to be like the long-term investors, because if every day you wake up, you look at how much is Bitcoin, and, you know, when it goes down, you're depressed, and when it goes up, you're like thrilled, and like your life was going to be a roller coaster. Like what's important is like how much money you make over the course of a year or something. Like it's the same with the weight management, you know, because the body is not counterintuitive. So you might be weighing yourself one day and say maybe you gain weight, but it could be that you're on the right track. The body is doing its magic, so maybe, you know, like during the process, it needed to inflammate something and needed to have some water retention, and, you know, maybe you retain a little bit more water on that day, but it's the process. So maybe we'll do that, so to heal later on. So that's why if you weight yourself, like, it's not like you're not getting the time right. You know, it's not giving you the right time, should I say? Because it's doing its thing, and it's not a straight line. It's not like, oh, I've been doing good, you know, I haven't been eating much, and and then I'll be losing weight every day, I'm making progress. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's like sometimes you go backwards to go forward even more, you know, like there are many, I mean, I should shoot a video about that. There are many things about, like, I learned during this like fasting journey that are way counterintuitive. They're counterintuitive, and they're like, there's also a lot of ideology out there that is not right. Like, it's based on I don't know what, but that's not what I learned fasting. So yeah, don't get too obsessed with the scale, I would say. And if it's a routine of yours, if you like to do it every morning, it gets you going, do it. But then when you analyze the numbers, take like longer portions. Because 3 months, yeah, then you will get an idea of in what direction you're going. And oh, there's some noise, there's some music there. Today is May 1st. I mean, everything is closed. I was like kind of hoping to have some like quieter streets, but yeah, there's some music, some rain. So I'm in Medellin, Colombia, and today I'm also a musician. My band is called Black Sea Storm. So I did a live recording session on the roof. So I woke up fairly early, and since it's May 1st, and I'm like, wow, it might be a quiet day, and it was like, the scenery wasn't as beautiful as usual with the mountains, but since it was a little cloudy, I was like, I could take advantage of that, because I have all my recording gear and all that, and the sun sometimes it's not the best best ally. So I was just like, I'm gonna do, like, I set everything up and start shooting. But as soon as I started, so I did my morning routine. I started the morning routine at 8 and started recording at 9. But by then it was like, I was kind of hoping that there will be no, you know, construction and all that. But there was still a little bit of noise, planes passing by and all that. But I was able to shoot some live videos on the roof, and so I will be uploading them to the Black Sea Storm YouTube channel and on the Black Sea Storm Instagram. And it's good, like it's good because it keeps the rock and roll spirit alive, and it creates memories from wherever I go, you know. And so I'll do it mostly for myself, but you know, they get some views and stuff, and yeah, it's so I've done that. So like the adventure is going on. Yesterday I received a business email, like my brand, Better Monday Fasting. Now it's for the trademark. It's on its final stage, so nobody complained, nobody fought me for the name and all that, and now I have to prove that I have products and services under that name, and in order to finish the process with my fasting electrolyte product, I got my store on Amazon got approved. So yesterday I ran like a test. So I'm not doing the FBA, I'm doing the FMB. No, it's like that, managed by FBM, like managed by fulfillment by merchant. So I hooked my Amazon store to my fulfillment center in Michigan, and I did all the mapping. And yesterday I gave an order on Amazon to send myself a bottle, and the fulfillment center, it picked it up. It picked it up and stuff. So like, I'm gonna run a test, and I'm sending it to San Diego and see if everything goes through. I did the same thing with Shopify, it worked. And now with the Amazon, it's working, and it's great. It was really difficult with Amazon. they were really giving me a hard time, and now all of a sudden they're letting me sell. Even in like there's a, maybe because I registered my brand, like I registered with Amazon as well, because I trademarked the YouthLyte. But also you can register your brands, which I recommend, because otherwise, they can counterfeit, which I did. So maybe they're taking me more seriously, because there's even like a human being that wrote me an email and is like, oh yeah, I'm your, it's not an account manager, but it's like a business advisor or something for Amazon. And it's like, if you need anything, let me know. And he gave me some opportunities. They have like you can set up coupons, things like that. But it's great to have a human connection with such a big company, because until now it was really difficult, and sometimes out of the blue, because I don't connect on the website sometimes, because I don't have anything going on with Amazon. They block my account. And then they're like, oh, you gotta get verified again. So, you send your bank statement, your passport, and all. Like, they already have it on file. But so I think it's probably. They probably have a reason to do that, like, because a lot of people, maybe are a lot. I don't know if a lot, but maybe some people, they're trying to abuse the system, So that could be a reason. They're kind of, and also when you're starting, you haven't sold much, you're starting, you only have one product, maybe all those things are kind of red flags for, somebody is like a ghost vendor or something, So yeah, they're kind of giving you like little electroshots of to wake you up, to be, you got to be present. Like, so it's a lot. There's a lot going on, like. Because I have the I have the whole Shopify thing. Now the meta ads, I'm doing it with artificial intelligence. I've been doing it with. I tried with one guy. I think it was from Pakistan. It was a disaster. Then I hired a guy from Sweden, and I thought we clicked and everything, but then he gave me my money back, and horrible. The guy, well, he gave me my money back, but then he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna send, because he had already started running like my ads, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna make you a video explaining everything, and for I don't know how many days, it's like, tomorrow I'm sending, tomorrow, like, never did. Horrible. Like, that's like, I'll be ashamed, like, just for to me, that means that you don't respect yourself as a professional. Like, don't take jobs that you're not gonna be, finishing. And if you really can't, like in this case, do the strict minimum, so the person in front of you is not, didn't waste all this money and time. But then I decided, like, start chatting with ChatGPT, and now ChatGPT is coaching me, and it's great. Like, result-wise, I still don't have results, but at least, like, I'm understanding. We're doing some A/B testings, and we're, the pixel is installed, so it's great. Like, that shows that a lot of jobs are going to disappear. A lot, like consulting, bye consulting. Unless you're really like, it's like a really niche thing in a very niche, like market where AI doesn't have any data on it. It's like all those guys are giving me attitude, too cool for school, like that Swedish guy. Yeah, he might be knocking on my door, or somebody like me in the near future, because I still believe that if you're with a real experienced human being on the subject, and he understands you, and he puts the thoughts in, it will be, today it will it will still be better than artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence is only going to get better. And since, like all the, on Meta ads, I mean, that thing, like, it's like a, I mean, it might be easier to fly a plane. Like, that whole interface is like, and they're constantly changing it. So even if you're an expert, you constantly need to learn. But the thing with the artificial intelligence, like, it's gonna know, all the new changes and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be really hard to beat for consulting and it's there, it's there. And even if I skip one day, and I go back, I have to cross the street, it remembers everything. Now I fed everything about my business into its memory, so now it knows everything. I mean, everything I shared. So it's very convenient, and yeah, for the solopreneur, it's great. And so I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if I have results. Then I'll shoot a video on Meta ads. Going from Pakistan to Sweden to the Pakistani expert to the Swedish expert to the AI, and see maybe I won't have any better results. Let's see. But so far, I like it better, and I also see how the other guys, they didn't. I mean, there's so much to set up, for to reach the right segment of potential customers, that they didn't do anything. They just they don't care. Like, those people, they don't. I mean, you got to understand. Like, I mean, like, I'm selling a niche product. Like, I'm selling electrolytes for fasting that doesn't have any sugar, doesn't have any additives, doesn't have any flavoring, and all that. Why? Because we're targeting people that are really into being healthy, and they don't want to break their fast with the artificial stuff or sugar, even if it's like sugar substitutes, So you got to understand that, so you can target those people. And it's really hard, like, because also Meta ads, like, they don't give you right off the bat all the categories. So right now, like, I wasn't able to choose even keto or fasting. Like, they don't. So you got to kind of, there's so many, like, gatekeepers with all that stuff. Like, there's so many gatekeepers. I'm also on another hand, like, I'm trying to do the TikTok shop, and there I was blocked because I'm not a U.S. resident, and I have to find a representative. And so far, the people I found, they were like they were kind of shady. Like, I don't know, like, they didn't inspire trust at all. So I don't know if I can just do it with maybe a friend that lives in the U.S. I'm going to investigate. I'm so going to ask my manufacturer. Like, he's a U.S. citizen, so maybe he knows. He's been around. Maybe he had other foreign clients, like, that are operating in the U.S. So yeah, all exciting stuff. Like, it's everything is moving forward. It's way more difficult than I would have thought. Being an entrepreneur, it's like, but I like it, and that's why I like it. So that's why I stick to it and started getting results. And you gotta love it, because other, like, you gotta love it or be like masochistic or something, like, because it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff, but it's like, it's road to freedom, I mean, that's priceless. Look at me, I can live in Latin America, like, independent. I have control over my time, my schedule. I have a great life. It's like, I can wake up in the morning, have a music video recording on a roof in Medellin, Colombia, and then go to the gym, then record this video, and now I'm going to the co-working. You know, like yeah, it's great. It's great that to have that freedom and always be productive and doing the things that we love. You know? Like, so there's a price for that, and I'm willing to pay. So thank you for watching, and I hope I see you in another video on the channel.